In every village, there are whispers. But in Odugby, there is a name that no one dares to say aloud after sunset, Ajobi. They say he walks with the spirits. They say he was born with red eyes. They say the rain stopped the day he was cursed. But no matter what they say, the real story began on the day the chief's only daughter disappeared. And the drum of justice was beaten at midnight. The village of Odugby was peaceful. Known for its palm wine and yam festivals, it was the kind of place where goats roamed freely, elders slept under mango trees, and the women sang as they fetched water. The people respected Chief Okonma, a proud, fair man with 3 wives and 1 beautiful daughter, Adaora. Adaora was the light of the village. Gentle, respectful, and betrothed to Obinna, the blacksmith's son. Their wedding was set for the end of harvest. But peace never lasts long. Because that night, the moon refused to rise. And by morning, Adaora was gone. Panic gripped Odugby. Chief Okonma gathered the elders. The town crier beat the Ojin and summoned everyone to the square. "My people," the chief bellowed, "my daughter is missing. And we all know who was last seen near the shrine." All eyes turned. Standing at the back of the crowd, barefoot and calm, was Ajobi. Ajobi, the orphan. Ajobi, whose mother died during childbirth. Ajobi, who lived alone by the edge of the evil forest. "It was him," shouted Obinna. "I saw him near Adaora's compound last night." Ajobi stepped forward. "I went to deliver herbs for Mama Ojeki," he said. "I have done nothing wrong." But the crowd was already turning. "He speaks to trees. He bathes in moonlight. He once spoke in tongues when he had a fever." The chief's voice boomed. "We shall consult the Dibia. If you are innocent, the spirits will show it." Ajobi nodded. "Then let them speak." Deep in the forest, the Dibia, a wrinkled, one-eyed priest named Mokolo, prepared the Igbudu bowl, filled with water, kola nuts, and red feathers. The entire village gathered. He chanted incantations. His voice rose with the wind. He dropped a white stone into the bowl. The water turned black. He looked up, sweat pouring down his face. "The child is alive," he said slowly. "But bound by a blood oath." Gasps. "And the one you accuse," he pointed to Ajobi, "is not the taker, but the key to her return." Silence. Then, Chief Okonma shouted. "Lies. This boy has always been cursed. I don't trust him near my daughter." But the Dibia spoke again. 7 days. You have 7 days. If the blood oath is not broken, she will become one with the spirits. Ajobi returned home in silence. That night, someone threw a stone at his hut. Obinna spat as he passed. "If anything happens to Adaora, I'll skin you myself." But Ajobi had no time for fear. He needed answers. He went to the only person who had ever told him anything about his birth, Mama Yoloma, the blind old woman who sold roasted maize. She sat by her fire, smiling before he even spoke. "You have your mother's voice," she said. Gentle, but heavy with storms. Ajobi fell to his knees. "Tell me, what am I? Why does the village fear me?" Mama Yoloma sighed. "Because they fear what they don't understand." She revealed the secret. Ajobi's mother was a spirit maiden, a woman from the spirit world who married a mortal man. When she gave birth to Ajobi, she broke a covenant. She died in childbirth, and her spirit was sealed in the sacred Ukbur drum, hidden in the forbidden forest. "That's why you can hear the spirits," Mama Yoloma said. "Because your blood walks in both worlds." Ajobi stood, heart racing. "Then I will go there. I will find Adaora. I will break the oath." By the 3rd day, the sky darkened at noon. Crops began to wither. Children cried in their sleep. The elders said the spirits were growing impatient. But Ajobi was already gone, deep in the forest, beyond the river of bones, where no man dared walk alone. There, he found the Oath Keeper. It was not a man. It was a creature, cloaked in shadow, its eyes glowing red, its voice deep as thunder. "You seek the girl," it growled. "But the oath binds her. She was traded, by someone who wanted power." Ajobi's eyes widened. "Obinna," he whispered. The Oath Keeper nodded. He gave her name. He wanted the throne, the wealth, the glory. Ajobi's fists clenched. "Tell me what I must do." The Oath Keeper lifted a blade. "You must bleed into the drum that holds your mother's spirit. Only her voice can summon the spirits and break the bond." Ajobi took the blade without flinching. "So be it." The seventh night arrived. At midnight, thunder cracked across the sky. The drum in the village square began to beat on its own. Doom! 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 The villagers gathered in fear. Then, Ajobi emerged from the forest, shirt torn, bloodied, holding Adaora in his arms. He laid her gently before the shrine. Suddenly, Obinna rushed forward with a spear. "He's lying. He's using dark magic." But Ajobi raised his hand. "Tell them, Adaora." She opened her eyes. Weak, but alive. She pointed at Obinna. "It was him. He took me to the shrine. He made the oath. He said if he couldn't have me, no one would." Gasps filled the air. Chief Okonma fell to his knees. Obinna turned to flee, but the ground split beneath him. The spirits had chosen their justice. The next morning, the Dibia called for a final rite. He brought out the Ukpuru drum, sealed for years. Ajobi approached, bleeding from his palm, and touched the drum. A woman's voice echoed from it, soft, kind, familiar. "My son. You have walked the road no man dared. You have brought peace to my spirit." The drum cracked open. Light spilled out. And the skies cleared for the first time in days. The curse was broken. Chief Okonma, filled with shame, offered Ajobi a place in his family. But Ajobi declined. "I do not belong in a palace," he said. "I belong with the people." He and Adaora became close, not lovers, but friends bound by destiny. And the village of Odugbi? They never called Ajobi cursed again. They called him what he always was. A child of two worlds, sent to remind them that sometimes, the rejected stone is the cornerstone. Moral of the story. Jealousy destroys, truth liberates, and the one you mock today may be the one who saves you tomorrow. And so, my people, that is how Ajobi saved the village of Odugbi, not with magic, not with muscle, but with a pure heart and the courage to stand for truth. The spirits have returned to rest. The drums have gone silent. And the story has reached its end. But before I leave you, I must say this. To all of you who are listening, those who have clicked, watched, shared, and subscribed, I thank you. This story you just heard. It reached your ears because of you. We have now become 50 strong on this journey together. Yes, 50 subscribers. 50 people who said, "I believe in stories." Ah! My chest is full of joy like a calabash of palm wine. From the bottom of my heart, I say, thank you for standing by me. Thank you for walking with me. Thank you for 50. But this is just the beginning. Let us keep walking together. Let us grow together. And may our circle of listeners grow so large, the ancestors themselves will gather to hear us speak. Until the next tale, stay blessed. And if you have not subscribed yet, you know what to do.